Bacons and his crew, Nick Groff and Aaron Goodwin, they investigate some of the scariest, most notorious haunted places in the world. Guys, thanks for being with us. Zach, what kind of equipment do you use?
Greg, we use all kinds of equipment. We use equipment that you can buy at any store near you, Walmart, digital recorders, real simple stuff, to very high-techy, geeky gear that we have electrical engineers, inventors, scientists develop for us, specifically for us. And you just saw a clip from this Friday's episode on Travel Channel, Ghost Adventures, and we're using a millimeter device. And that millimeter, when we feel those goosebumps, when our hairs stand up, you know, we need some more verification that this isn't just a cold breeze or something. But when it's 90 degrees in the building and something passes through you and we feel it, and we have our millimeter document a fluctuation within the electromagnetic field, then that's telling us that something is going on with the energy. And when a spirit manifests itself, it can disrupt the natural geomagnetic field and also disrupt the energy field being emitted by the antenna on that device as well.
You know, Nick, you're known as the voice of reason, but, you know, when you and the rest of the crew were in there all night, have you seen ghosts?
Absolutely. We've experienced some stuff that just blows our mind away, and it's, you know, myself, I'm a logical thinker, and it's hard to wrap my head around some of these things that we're actually encountering. And just like what Zach was saying, when your body picks up on some sort of emotion, that static electrical charge that just rushes through your body, and you feel that immense energy just overtake you, it helps to validate with some pieces of equipment the stuff we're capturing. So Letchworth Village, this was one of them that it took us off guard.
Touched.
And I actually got physically pushed outside of a room, moving me into the hallway. And we validated on a, what were we using?
Spirit box. And we got a voice.
A lady's voice comes through at the same time as I'm physically being touched. And it was just absolutely, you know, it startled me.
Yeah. And, what do you mean physically
when I'm the voice of reasoning.
What did it feel like? Is it like a hand?
Actual hands yes, actual hands that I can't see whatever's around me. And this type of feeling is something pushing me out of this room. And it feels like hands pushing me.
And it wasn't Aaron.
Like just the back. It wasn't Aaron. Aaron was on the other side. There was no one behind me.
But at the same
they were
time,
filming me.
At the same time, Greg, that he got pushed, just before he gets pushed with these hands through the device that we're using, the spirit box, where we can hear real-time voices from the dead, we capture a Class A response, the same voice that came through 3 times before. You tell me that that's coincidence? That the only 4 voices that we got using a spirit box for 22 minutes, scanning over 5,000 frequencies, it says, please help.
Yeah. You know, Aaron, you guys probably get approached by, you know, your fans and viewers and so forth and say, come on, aren't you guys kind of putting us on? You've watched one too many Ghostbusters and you're pulling a, you know, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd on us. What do you say?
Well, we pretty much go do this because we love it. We're not out there to prove to all skeptics, you know, it happens. A lot of skeptics, nothing's happened to them. They haven't had experience. Sometimes you got to have an experience to believe. And so I just tell them to go out there and hunt if they want to and try to dip into it. But if you do, be careful.
But we also tell
do
skeptics
ghosts
they can
kill?
Yeah, they can.
They can cause heart attacks. I mean, they follow me home. They follow Zach home.
They can give you health issues.
Yeah, health issues.
You can go into diabolic, demonic possession. It will kill you.
Has anybody had that happen?
I've had stuff follow me home all the time.
There's all kinds of yeah. Read up on possessions.
Yeah,
possessions are very, very dangerous.
But Zach, look, I mean, what do you say to those skeptics who say, it's just, you know, folks in their imaginations kind of running wild with them. You guys are going into old creaky houses. No wonder, you know, my house is about 100 years old. And boy, I'll tell you what, it makes noise constantly. If it's not the pipes, it's the, you know, the wood that's beginning to, you know, rot.
But you can tell
Greg, Greg, a lot of skeptics out there are ones that didn't have a personal experience, or they're just listening to the scientists, and they have to have the scientists come out with a big article in the Science Journal magazine that says ghosts are now proven, because they can't prove ghosts exist because ghosts won't manifest on cue. But we beg to differ on that. And you're talking about skeptics. What do we say to them? We're getting as far as we can. We're inviting skeptics into our lockdowns, people that don't even believe. And recently we did an investigation of Villisca Axe Murder House. We invited Roy Marshall in, who's a retired law enforcement, thought all of this was hogwash, thought it was all BS. And we had him come in, use a digital recording device. We showed him no files on that recorder. Everything that we can do, we will do. We have nothing to hide. And we brought him in. We did 4 sessions. We got nothing on the 3. But on the 4th session, he captured an intelligent response saying, I killed 6 kids. In that house, 6 kids were violently murdered in an unsolved murder case in that house. And it left him speechless.
And he didn't know that ahead of time, I guess, huh?
No, and he did not hear that voice.
His reaction was priceless. When he was sitting there listening to the playback on the recorder, he was like, how can that be possible? Nobody said anything at that moment that voice is captured. Yeah. And that is, to us, that's just like, well, you tell us then.
All right.
And a lot of the evidence on our episodes are, we tag it as unexplained. Sometimes we can't explain it. Yeah. So if we can't explain it, we're not calling it paranormal, we're calling it unexplained.
Ghost Adventures, Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on the Travel Channel. Zach Bagans, Nick Groff, Aaron Goodwin. Guys, fun talking to you. Thanks very much.